Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Good. Come on. Come on. Nice and slow.
Yes. Slow. Slow. Folks, we are here live, in a sense. Well, it's live for us, isn't it?
Technically.
From Orlando, Florida, and Iron Religion Gym, where iron is the religion. So you're all converts now.
God bless.
And we have two things to say to you. One is, this is Mr. Jimmy House. Jimmy's gonna be training back, and this motherfucker's strong as hell. You think you're strong? Nah. What's your best deadlift?
Well, actually, just the other week, Jared and I deadlifted together. That's rare footage. But I did pull 800 pounds cheater deadlift at Barbell Brigade.
On the kabuki.
On the kabuki
But
bar.
it was 800 pounds nonetheless.
It's drug-free.
Drug-free.
Fuck him out of here. Fuck him out of here. Anyway, Jimmy allegedly is drug-free. But listen, on a serious note, Jimmy's gonna train back. And when you can pull 700 pounds for reps on back, your grip will not last, which is why today he will be using the great VersaGrips product. Now, it used to be the case that VersaGrips didn't know who we were and would ignore all of my pathetic begging for a sponsorship.
The VersaGrip company, they have ignored all my calls and emails. For me, Versas are absolutely critical. I'm not a branded partner. They said, fuck you, Mike.
But recently, they were like, oh, Dr. Mike, yeah, VersaGrips. So now we are officially RP and VersaGrips intertwined, so to speak. And we're gonna do back. Jimmy's gonna crush it. And we're gonna tell you all about how VersaGrips are amazing. And there's a lot to tell, so let's get to it.
Yes.
Yeah. First up is the prime row. You're gonna notice that we have the pin setting relatively high, most of the weight high up, a little bit of the weight on pin number 2. This is going to give us the ability to get a huge, crazy loaded stretch, just like the scientific literature says is pretty close to optimal. And then at the top, a nice peak contraction to really feel it out. This machine gives that amazing, amazing ability to have an awesome loaded stretch for that raw stimulus magnitude and an incredible mind-muscle connection at the top. Very rare that an implement that lets you do both. The Prime Row is kind of superior, if you ask me. And I do own one at home in my very own home gym. So not all BS.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get it. Yes. Good. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Little chest. Reach over. Reach over. Reach over. Reach over. And then rack. Good shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Two cues you'll hear, like, don't reach over the pad the way you reach over the pad, and don't lean off the pad like this. Both are just bullshit.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you are literally just training the back more through more range of motion by doing both of those things.
Now with this happening, that just causes everything to squeeze a little bit harder at the top.
By doing this,
Yeah, it's just you're leaning back and you're hitting everything. And then you're starting from this position instead of this position, which leads to more of a stretch too, because you're coming from this fully contracted position through that full entire range of motion. And most people will like keep their chest here and like go like this and then stop here because they don't want to round their shoulders over the pad. You're literally training through more range of motion. It's completely okay. And you're hitting everything in the back. A row is for the entire back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not for targeting the lats. It's not for whatever else you hear. It's for hitting the entire back.
what is so good about VersaGrips? Why are they better than straps? VersaGrips are made of a material that I'm not sure what it is. And I frankly don't understand. I'm not sufficiently intelligent to understand material science. And it's just not in my bandwidth. So whatever, magic space age material. The thing with VersaGrips is as you wrap them in, all you have to do is apply enough pressure to hold the grip down. Your wrist will snap off before that thing moves. In almost every exercise, VersaGrips stay super tight. And that means that you can have huge, huge benefits for your training.
Big chest, reach over. Big chest, reach over. Hold. Rack.
Yeah, I will say with straps, like traditional straps, I can feel my hands and forearms still tire out.
Yes.
This one, even at the fingertips, you can still hang on.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Remember, muscles grow as they get closer to failure a little bit more. So your best growth occurs close to failure. If your back was 5 reps away from failure, but you failed with your hands, then you're really telling yourself, well, I'm training with, 1 or 2 RIR, but it's really 6 or 7 RIR because your back is in the 5 reps, you're just not discovering. You throw on VersaGrips and all of a sudden you're getting way more reps of the best, most effective kind of reps, the ones close to failure. That's humongous.
Mike, do you like to rotate your hands any, like more so this way at the bottom, or keep them palms down?
3 options. 1, neutral the whole time. 2 is overhand grip the whole time.
Okay.
And 3 for me is just whatever feels natural, which a lot of times starts like this and ends up like
That's
this.
what I kind of felt too.
So for me, it's like a 45 feels really great. So my best preference here is just whatever feels natural.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I like that one. The twisting one.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah. Awesome. Hold it.
Pull. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Good. Nice and slow. Good stuff. Hell yeah.
That'll do.
Damn. Periodization.
Looking pumped already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just another day in a drug-free life. Anyway, assisted pull-ups.
Yeah, let's do it. Comment down below if you want Dr. Mike to do his first ever blood test on the channel. I volunteer.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be qualified for that shit? We have assisted pull-ups. These are critical. It is critical, rather, that you do them correctly. You can absolutely just do them as assisted pull-ups in the sense that you just do the pull-up and it helps you do more reps. But because of the lighter weight, it's a good idea to take advantage of the fact that you can change your technique. Your technique can be more controlled, especially to get up to the top with a normal explosive pull. Control that eccentric ultra slow. Get a super big stretch, feel it in the lats, and then come back up and crunch your elbows back and behind you as far as you can. Sets of, 8 to 15 reps here. Let's get to it.
Slow, deep stretch, deep stretch, deep stretch. And then fasten the way up. And then you can be a little fast here and then slower. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. We're trying to basically milk that deep stretch position as much as you can. Last one, come on. All the way, all the way. Good, good, good. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Hold it. Good, rack.
Why, or do you value this over just a traditional lat pull down?
Oh, it's not necessarily valuing it over it. It's just variation for variation purposes. Yeah.
Do you like this?
It's more pull-up volume. I love this.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, I'm a fan of pull-ups to begin with. They're great for your back development. So we did a row first, and now you're moving on to a secondary vertical pulling exercise. You're pretty fatigued from the rows, so we could have done a pull down. That would have been fine too. Especially for variation purposes. I think this is a little better. I like it more. Yeah. To you for SFR wise, like if you like lat pull downs, hell yeah. If you like this, hell yeah. If you've been doing lat pull downs for like 3 mesocycles, this might be a good variation. Okay. I've done them both in the same session before. It's just really what you feel better, what gives you better pump, better mind muscle connection, those types of things.
I like that because I've never actually done these with the intent of actually like building muscle or anything. It's just always been pull up, you know?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dude, these are great. Good stretch.
Because you have the VersaGrips cinched in, and all you have to do is just gently grab them to keep them close. You can have a huge connection with your actual pulling muscles or your shoulders, whatever you're doing. So the mind muscle connection is maximized. And you can work on maximizing your technique, because when you're on your barely the tips of your fingers, technique, mind muscle, none of that. You're just trying to survive. This allows you to maximize number of effective reps, maximize your technique, and maximize your mind muscle connection. Those things all help you train in a huge, huge, huge way. All right, folks, we are going to do an interesting high pull with a cable. This machine is quite rare. You won't see it everywhere in the gym. And it kind of combines some of the awesome features of a row with some of the awesome features of a horizontal pull. There's nothing magical to it, there's nothing biomechanical to it or whatever. It doesn't expose your lats more. It's just a really awesome variation. So you do a bunch of rows, you do a bunch of vertical pulls, that's a lot of variation, it's great. Also, But sometimes something right between the two is like pretty dope. What we want here is quality. This is not an exercise where we heave-ho the weight of crap load. Place our feet in, big rounded back at the bottom, big stretch, big pause, slow eccentric all the way in, and then a nice quick contraction all the way up. You can pull this high if you want with a high bar. We've got a low and close bar, so we pull it to the tummy. No wrong answers. Give it a shot.
Come on.
2 more. One more, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Hold for 2 whole seconds at the bottom and at the top. Hold, slow release, as if you're gonna do another one. Rack. Beautiful.
Thank you, guys. So if I was gonna replicate something like this at a normal gym, what would you put together?
You got nothing, man.
Nothing?
Just need one of these machines. I mean, technically you can lean back on a pull down.
Probably couldn't leverage as much weight, I assume. No.
Correct, because you don't have your feet in prompt position. You can do something with it, Jared. You ever do that?
No, not really. I'll just use a high row.
No.
I use a high row.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
literally have hammer trick high row.
Let me say that
Okay.
like Jared should have said it. Come on. Mike.
That's what happened.
I
in my
use you high, row. There's machines for this, Mike.
head. Yeah. So technically, yes, the machine's made for it.
Jesus. There are absolutely fake versions of VersaGrips for pretty cheap on Amazon. I don't know if they work. Why? Because I want that real shit. Does it cost a little bit extra for the real thing for VersaGrips? Yeah, fuck yeah, it does. But VersaGrips last for years. I've ripped straps deadlifting before. I never ripped a Versa. Now, they'll wear out like everything else, but it takes a long-ass time. It's worth every fucking penny. And there's 2 types of people. People that haven't trained with VersaGrips before, and people that know. Which one are you? Yes, slow, and rack, but don't let go of your Versa. Hit it. Big stretch.
Oh yeah, come on.
One more. Hold this one for 3 whole seconds at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and slow. Rack. Perfect. Wondrous. Of course.
For that one, last question, how would I gauge, let's say for that given drop set, how do I gauge when it's time to drop in regards to like how much of the rep I'm completing in the concentric?
If it's essentially 100% of the rep and you're confident in your technique being on video, you're good. That last rep that you're like, nope, this isn't the whole one, that's your last rep until you go and do the drop.
Okay.
Same thing for failure calculation.
Okay.
If it's for sure not a good rep, it's over. You can also try another rep and do like, okay, this one's gonna be good. 2 bad reps in a row, definitely it's over.
I like that.
You use VersaGrips now, what do you think?
So in comparison to your traditional strap, the biggest difference that I noticed is I'm not feeling the fatigue in my hands, my forearms, and I'm able to carry through, say, a drop set like that. And I can literally, if I wanted to, just open up my hand like this and just slowly focus on my back. That was probably the set where I noticed the benefit the most, simply because I could literally open my hand and the friction of the VersaGrip stayed within the bar. So I like that a lot with the attachment.
Crazy. Huge pleasure having you on.
Likewise, guys.
Stay drug-free.
Yes, sir.
Jared, any words of wisdom?
No, stay drug free. That's a great
Stay
one.
drug-free. Teamwork. VersaGrips, they work. We're not bullshitting you guys. If you buy them and you're upset, I don't know. I don't run the corporate
There's probably
policy on
something
refunds.
morally wrong with you. to be
Morally
honest.
wrong with you.
And you're probably training
VersaGrips
wrong.
are king.
Yeah.
Know when to kneel. See you guys next time.